metals and non-metals. There are 118 chemical elements known at present. There are similarities as well as differences in the properties of these elements. On the basis of their properties, all the elements can be divided into two main groups: metals and non-metals. Both metals and non-metals are used in our daily life. We also use a large number of compounds of metals and non-metals. Before we go further and give the definition of metals and non-metals, we should know the meaning of some new terms such as malleable, ductile, and brittle. Malleable. Malleable means which can be beaten with a hammer in the form of thin sheets. Ductile. Ductile means which can be stretched or drawn in the form of thin wires. Brittle. Brittle means which can breaks in pieces on hammering or stretching. Malleable means which can be beaten with a hammer in the form of thin sheets. Ductile means which can be stretched or drawn in the form of thin wires, and brittle means which can be bricks in a small pieces on hammering or stretching. Keeping these all points in mind, now we can write the definitions of metals and non-metals. First, metals. Metals. Metals are the elements which are malleable, ductile, sonorous, lustrous, hard, strong, and heavy, and also conduct heat and electricity. Sonorous means when we struck, they produce ringing sound. Luster means they shine. Due to this property, some metals like gold, silver, and platinum are used to make ornaments. So we can define metals. Those elements which are malleable, ductile, sonorous, lustrous, hard, strong, heavy, and conduct heat and electricity are known as metals. Metals are those elements which are malleable, ductile, sonorous, lustrous, hard, strong, heavy, and also conduct heat and electricity. Metals can be beaten with a hammer in the form of thin sheets. Also, metals can be stretched in the form of thin wires. Metals produce ringing sound when we struck with a hard substance. Due to this property, metals are used to make bells in the school and bells in the temples. Some metals have a lustrous property. It means metals shine, due to which some metals are used to make ornament like gold, silver, platinum. Example of some metals: iron, copper, silver, gold, lead, tin, aluminum, calcium, sodium, magnesium, potassium, etc. These are the some examples of metals. The majority of elements are metals. Most of the metals are solid at room temperature except mercury. Mercury is in liquid state at room temperature. During chemical reaction, metals form positive ions by losing electrons. Based on this observation, we can write another definition of metals. Metals are the elements which form positive ions by losing electrons. For example, aluminum is a metal which form positively charged aluminum ions Al3 plus by losing electrons. Thus, metals are electropositive elements because they form positive ions by losing electrons or donating electrons. Most metals are widely used in our daily life for many purposes. For cooking utensils, electric fans, sewing machines, cars, buses, trucks, trains, ship, aeroplanes, all are made up of metals or mixture of metals called alloy. The list of articles which we use in our daily life made of metals is unending. Metals are very important for national economy of every country. The most abundant metal in the earth crust is aluminum. It constitutes 7% of earth crust. Second most abundant metal in the earth crust is iron. It constitutes 4% of earth crust. The major metals present in the earth crust in decreasing order of their abundance are aluminum, iron, calcium, sodium, potassium, and magnesium. These are the metals which present in the earth crust. Now non-metals. Non-metals. The properties of non-metals are just opposite of the properties of metals. It means non-metals are neither malleable nor ductile. They are also not good conductor of heat and electricity. It means non-metals do not allow to pass heat and electricity. They are brittle. They are not sonorous. They do not produce ringing sound when we heat. So we can define a non-metal as those elements which are not malleable, ductile, sonorous, lustrous, and also do not conduct heat and electricity are known as non-metals. Non-metals cannot be beaten in the form of thin sheets. They are brittle. They can break in the small pieces. They do not shine. They are light. They do not conduct heat and electricity. Some examples of non-metals are carbon, sulfur, phosphorus, chlorine, bromine, iodine, helium, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, neon, argon, etc. These are the examples of non-metals. The allotropic of carbon, diamond, and graphite are also non-metals. There are 22 non-metals, out of which 10 non-metals are solids. One, bromine, is in liquid state at room temperature, and remaining 11 are gases. Thus, non-metals are solids or gases except bromine at room temperature. During chemical reaction, non-metals form negative ions. Based on this observation, we can write another definition of non-metals. Non-metals are elements which form negative ions by accepting or gaining electrons. For example, oxygen is a non-metal which form negatively charged oxide ion O2 minus by accepting electrons or gaining electrons. Thus, non-metals are electronegative elements because they form negative ions by gaining electrons. Like metals, non-metals are also very important for us. Non-metals play very important for existing of life because carbon is a non-metal which play very important role in the existing of life. Carbon compounds like proteins, fats, carbohydrates, vitamins, enzymes are essential for growth and development of organisms. Next, oxygen is a non-metal which also play a very important role in existence of life. In breathing, we breathe oxygen to maintain life. The abundance of non-metal, the most abundant non-metal in the earth crust is oxygen. It constitutes 50% of earth crust. Second most abundant non-metal is silicon. Silicon constitutes 26% of the earth crust. The major non-metals exist in earth crust in the decreasing order of their abundances are oxygen, silicon, phosphorus and sulfur. Many thanks for watching.